Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Portland Lumberjacks. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Yeah. Undercrush, 61. Get it.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. There on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive line move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the carry is Henderson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Watch the eye.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Go. Shit. Watch the ship.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Topper! Hey, Alpha!
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line, and as a result, possession switches hands.
Here we go. No.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Tubbs. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 38 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on 1st down. Tubbs, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, box drop. Ready?
Off the play fake. Tubbs, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. He finds an opening past the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Squeeze.
Watch out. He's cracked. He's checking crack. With the score tied 7-7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Oh, they go with a tight end carry and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And as a result, possession switches hands. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Henderson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Watch tight end. Everyone got 4 down. I got 1.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Watch this.
17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
132 fighter.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Blue draw Corker. Bang.
On second down, Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
On the double. 6-6. Pull it high.
Let him know.
Hey, seam 6.
Watch the pass. Mike 8. Hey, watch the leg. Hey, alert 3. 36.
Let's go.
From the gun, Tubbs. He finds Beckham complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Tubbs. Open man is QT, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Tubbs. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
X3, 218, chopper.
Looking to throw. Tubbs. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Tubbs. This is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run once more with Henderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got one. Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun. Tubbs. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Go. Protein spill.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 23-yard run as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ready, set, hey, echo. Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Here we go.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. On 1st down, this is Geis. Bulldozes past him. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
61, match box, right.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Leo. You got tight. Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Ready? 30 base.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
64. Hey, Delta.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll try and run it. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Henderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
On 3rd down, Henderson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, wahoo!
Again, it's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Danny.
Get it.
Back to throw. Tubbs. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
49, check 49, check 49. You're out. Ready?
On 4th down, Tubbs. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On first down, Tubbs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
To throw again, Tubbs. He finds his target, Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Tubbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Looking to throw. Tubbs finding some room in midfield. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, break.
It's our time. It's our time.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.